Okay, guys, so here's the stitch. Kate's really bored. I was like thinking about all the things that I've always wanted to do and just never did, and talked myself out of it, like, oh, you're not good enough. Oh, people don't care about that. Blah, blah, blah. Well, drink. So, keep watching the video, and I'm gonna do a little drugstore makeup tutorial. Very affordable, anybody can use it. It's just simple makeup. I do have one thing that's not drugstore, but when we get to that, we'll talk about it. But people always start out with priming their face. I'm not gonna lie, I don't do it very often, but if I do, I use this Studio Perfect Photo Loving Primer by NYX. It's really soft and smooth, and it kind of fills your pores in and helps that makeup sit on top of there. But like I said, I don't hardly ever do it. So let's get started. So with the foundation, drugstore foundation, this one's my absolute favorite. It's Infallible Fresh Wear. So it's 24-hour wear. It's really soft and really smooth, and it's not super like thick, like you feel like you're cakey. It's pretty liquidy, and I love it. Damp sponge. But this stuff sits really good on my face, and you can tell, like, okay, yeah, it doesn't match my skin tone perfectly, but that's okay, because we all just want to look a little different sometimes, right? And I always squirt way too much on my forehead, but it's okay, because I just pull it down through my neck. Because, like I said, sometimes we just want to look a little different. But, so anyways, I don't swipe with a sponge. Some people do, but I think that it kind of leaves lines and streaky. But dabbing, beating the crap out of your face is really how it all pans out. Especially for me, like, I feel like this really spreads it across my face and helps it, like, even out a lot better than, like, wiping it all. But like I said, this is my favorite drugstore foundation. Well, at least at the time being, you know, I always switch and change my mind 1,000,004 times, but, yeah, so just take that on there real good, and then after you're done with that, we're gonna take our drugstore L'Oreal Infallible. This is full wear concealer, and it's in the shade Ivory, so 330. This stuff I really like, because I do like some thicker concealers, honestly, and sometimes I like them to be a little tacky. I feel like when I use some setting powder and set it, it sticks to it really good, but this stuff is not like that. It's not super tacky. It's actually like a little more liquidy, and it spreads really, really good and really easily. You always want your concealer, I know everybody's gonna be like, you're dumb, we all already know this, but you want your concealer to be at least 2 shades lighter than your foundation. That way you're kind of highlighting these areas where you're putting the concealer. And the reason you put concealer underneath your eyes, and I do some on my forehead, down my nose, if we all know I have a huge honking nose, so I just want to kind of like diminish the dark circles and stuff under my eyes. I know I don't have any kids or dogs or anything like that to use as an excuse, but I still get tired, okay? Like, I don't know what it is, but yeah. So anyways, tap that out. And when I'm doing like a really full face of makeup, I conceal everything. I'm not gonna lie. And then I just bronze out what I don't want to be lighter on my face. But this is simple, drugstore, whatever. Look at that. I look like I have no eyeballs, but it's okay. We're working it. So next I'm going to set what I just concealed, and I'm going to use, a lot of people use translucent. I really like the translucent powders, but right now I'm going to use the Wet n Wild banana setting powder. It's the Photo Focus stuff, and it just has a little tint to it, but it's nothing too dramatic to where you're going to be like, oh, now I have orange spots on my face. But I'm just taking this little 402 brush by, I think it's called Real Techniques or something. I don't know. Okay. But you can get these brushes at Walmart too, so, or any drugstore or wherever, honestly. But yeah, I'm just setting everything that I just concealed, just so I don't have a bunch of shine, because let's all face it, I get oily towards the end of the day and feel like I just look like a grease pan, to be honest. So yeah, we're gonna set all these and done. I don't set my whole entire face. I just set what I conceal, because I feel like if I set my whole entire face, my face looks a little dry. And since I'm not using a matte foundation, I always just set the concealed spots. Okay, so now I'm going to use this Wet n Wild bronzer in the shade Sunset Striptease. Ooh. Okay, first I'm going to take a drink. So I'm going to take a little angled brush. I call this my bronzing brush. Do a little spinny spin. And then I'm going to take this underneath my cheekbones here. And I do like circular motions to kind of like blend it. But don't worry, we'll go back and blend it more. So after I do underneath my cheekbones here, I take it up my temples and over the top portion of my forehead. I know I'm like, normally when I go out and stuff, I'm not going to wear my hair up, but if I do wear my hair up, I kind of like go into my hairline a little bit, and then afterwards, like I'll take a makeup wipe or something and just wipe that excess bronzer off my hairline. But the reason I do that is because if you don't, you're going to have a line right where your bronzer was, and then you're just going to look like you have a face full of cake makeup, which we do, but we wanted to keep it a secret, okay? So anyways, then I'm going to go under my chin lane here. We're going to diminish that double chin. Anyways, and a little bit on my nose just to give my face some color in the center too. Like I said, I have a big nose, so I got to do everything I can. Then I'm going to take, so I have two highlighters out because I want to tell you guys about this Wet n Wild I'm So Lit. I absolutely love this stuff, but I don't exactly use it as a highlighter on my face, like on my cheekbones and stuff, because it is very vibrant and I have pretty big cheekbones. So I don't want to make them stand out too much. I don't want to look like I'm like absolutely like going crazy over here. But anyways, the Wet n Wild, I don't remember the shade and I tore off the dang tag, but it's like a rose gold kind of color. But Wet n Wild, they really stepped up their game with the highlighters. They have my favorite highlighters, and I know this is like mostly all drugstore stuff, but I have some other Tarte highlighters that I really, really enjoy, and none of them compare to this, because this is what I've always loved. Like, I love this stuff. It's not super, super powdery, so like sometimes I'll really overdo it. But anyway, so I'm going to go along my cheekbone here and kind of come up. A lot of people put it up here, but I don't, because I don't know, I don't like the shine on my forehead. I just like it on the tip of my nose, a little bit on my Cupid's bow there, and then other cheekbone, and then I come up on my temples a little bit. But I always blend this out because I don't want to look like a boomerang, like I'm walking outside and people are like, whoa, she's got some boomerangs on her face. Like, oops, sorry. Also, I'm not a huge blush person. So blush isn't really a necessity in my everyday makeup look. I do like it for like full face of stuff, but anyways, I'm taking this big brush and kind of blending that highlighter and bronzer out. Okay, so this is the non-drugstore palette that I have. And I really like this palette because it is very neutral, and it has a lot of like my favorite tones in it, like the mauves, the browns, the neutrals, but it also has like the purpley, the dark like purpley shades that I really like. But anyways, it's the Lorac Pro palette. So you can tell what are my favorites that I use here, and don't mind the dirtiness because I use this every day if I do my makeup. So yeah, anyways, if I'm going for just like a neutral everyday look, I do like these ones up here, which is pecan and rosebud, or I do amaretto sometimes if I'm feeling a little frisky, putting a little dark on there. But anyways, so we're gonna go in with the pecan, and I just have a little, ooh, I think this is a Firma 202 brush. And so I'm just gonna pat that on my outer corner here, and then I'm gonna drag it through on the crease too. I know it looks a little crazy right now, but. And then also, I didn't tell you guys, but like when I conceal, I always conceal my eyelid and then use a setting powder over top of it. I think it really helps my eyeshadow kind of stay put, not crease as much, and it really helps it like look more blended out, I guess. But we're not going to worry about the blending right now, because I'm just going to like pat this on here first, and then we're going to go back and blend and do all the cool things. But this is just like a natural little bit of a whatever look, everyday look. We're not going for anything specific. This is my first actual like makeup tutorial. It's really just talk and watch Kate be crazy, because who knows me to be any different. So this is just a big fluffy blending brush, LAB just blending in brush. Ooh, see, it even says it on there, blend it out, blend it out. And when you do blend it out, it does kind of lighten up, because obviously you just set it on there for the time being. You don't really want it to be, you don't want to have a line like where your eyeshadow ends and blah, blah, blah. Because like you look stupid. No, I'm just kidding. That's not very nice. Unless you're doing like a cut crease or something, then it's supposed to be there. By the way, I say whatever pops in my head, so oops. Okay, so remember that Wet n Wild I'm So Lit highlighter that I was telling you about? Love it. I'm gonna take this small flat brush. I think this is an e.l.f. brush. I don't really remember, but if you see this brush from e.l.f., this is what I'm talking about. So I'm just gonna tap on a little bit of that highlight, and I'm gonna go right up here by my eyebrows. Oh, I didn't fill in my eyebrows, but that's okay. We'll do it here in a minute. Just on that brow bone to kind of give it some boom. This stuff is like boom anyway, so wherever you put it, you gonna be gleaming, girl. You gonna be gleaming. And I also take it and put it in my inner corner. And then on my lid, actually, like right here, just to kind of pop it, give it a little shimmer on your lid. If a makeup product has like a label on it saying it's highlighter, it's bronzer, it's blush, you can use it on your face wherever you like. Did you know that? You really can. I think my iPad said goodbye, girl. So anyways, the music is off, and I'm going to use this blending brush again, and we're just going to kind of blend that back in all together. That way you don't have like a straight line where your brow bone is highlighted. Okay, and then I'm going to take this small smudge brush, and I'm going to go back in with that pecan color that we used on top, and just kind of go along my lower lash line. But I don't go all the way across, because I feel like it kind of drowns out your eye. I just go kind of midway, and voila. It's really like light and simple. It doesn't look like I have like a big thing of eyeliner on the bottom of my eye or anything, but so my brow gel is not Drugstore, so I'm not going to use it. So I'm going to show you guys just a little fun way, which a lot of you probably do this, or a lot of you probably know that you can use eyeshadow on your eyebrows. You can use eye gel, or you can use any kind of thing you want. Like I said, you can use any product anywhere. So I'm going to take this eyeshadow and I'm just going to kind of go along my brow line. Like, I don't really care to make them super dark. I just need them to look like they're not so sparse, because I have sparse eyebrows, okay? And I've been trying to grow them all the way out, like make them big and puffy, but your girl needs help, okay? Because they just won't do it for me. They won't grow how I want them to grow. Oh, that was a lot, okay. But yeah, so then I just kind of fill it in with my eyeshadow. It doesn't look as good as like when I have brow gel and I like set them and then put some powder on it. But like I said, this is just a video for anybody who, like, in their everyday life. And this is a good thing, because with eyeshadow, you can totally choose your own shade. Sometimes if they say like light blonde on the brow pencils and stuff like that, they might still be a little too dark for you. And if they say like light brown, then it might end up being like black on your eyebrows if you're blonde and stuff. So you just gotta play with it and see what works for you, because honestly, everybody's different. But yeah, so I'm taking way too long to do this because I'm being ridiculous. So we'll stop that. We're just gonna let it be. This is just an everyday whatever. Anyways, I have brows now, and they look really, really horrible. I'm not gonna lie. Whatever. Okay, so on to eyeliner. I use the liquid liner by Revlon Color Stay, and okay, so the ones with the little brushes that aren't the like felt tip ones, these ones are good because they're hard. They're not too soft where they like fling everywhere and stuff. I love this felt tip one. It's really nice and I think it looks good. So anyways, I'm gonna put this on my lid, my upper eye, and I always do like a small wing just because I just need a little pizzazz in my life. But you don't have to do a wing. You can honestly just line your top eyeliner or eye with eyeliner. And that was pretty easy, huh? I say it's easy. It took me a while to figure out how to do liquid liner. Like when I was younger, I would just paint it all the way around my face and say, oh my God, it looks so good. Maybe like a baby raccoon, but it's okay. Yeah, so anyways, I'm gonna do my other eye. And I used to put it all the way around my eye. Like legitimately, when I said baby raccoon, I was not being dramatic. I did it under my eye from the inner corner all the way out, from the inner corner of my upper lid all the way out. I was like, what the heck am I doing? But anyways, yeah. So now that I got that on, well, hold on. I didn't get this outside corner. Now that I got that on, I'm going to use a little mascara. So here's the thing with the mascara. I love the Lash Paradise. This stuff, Lash Paradise. This stuff is awesome. Drugstore. I think it's L'Oreal. Yeah, it's L'Oreal. But I always get the blackest black. And last time I accidentally got waterproof, so we're not going to use this because I just hate taking it off, and a lot of times I just feel like using water and soap. So I'm going to use my Grande Mega Lashes, or wait, this is the Grande Drama, sorry. And I'm just going to put a little bit of mascara on there just for some fun times, you know. But you can use any kind of mascara. It's really not that big of a deal. It's just whatever you prefer, as I like get it on my face. No big deal. I'm just gonna take my sponge and blend it. Blend it, honey, blend it. But anyways, so then I keep saying, but anyways, I think I need to take a drink because however many times I say that, how many times I need to take a drink. Truly, I do believe. But I need a lip. I think I need a lip. We need to take this hair down. That's what we need to do because this hair is a dang mess. Maybe not. Maybe this hair is meant to be up. But anyways, there we go. If you can hear the power tools in the basement, I'm very sorry. But we're putting in a bathroom down there, so I'm excited about that. So sorry, not sorry. Let's find a lip for me. I'm just gonna do a neutral lip. Oh, this is in Drugstore. Everything's Drugstore in this video, but it's not. I lied. Well, anyways, this is the Morphe. It's the shade Virgin. So we have the Sunset Strip Tease, but it's definitely a tease because Virgin. That could be a good thing. And it is really neutral and really soft. Just a normal lip. Honestly, it kind of just looks like normal color. This is matte. And I'm pretty sure this is like the satiny finish where it just feels really soft. It doesn't look super dry like the matte lip stuff does. Like sometimes I feel like if I use a real matte like color stain or like anything like that, I feel like my lips look like they're crusted over. You know what I mean? So anyways, this is the final everyday whatever look. And I normally would just blend it down through my neck because, like I said, we know it's not all the same shade. So, but anyways, yeah, here we go.